What's going on, boys? Today we're going to be mainly focusing on CD Projekt Red, but we're also going to be talking about Cyberpunk 2077. So we know the launch of Cyberpunk 2077 was pretty much a complete flop. The game can't run on last-gen consoles. It already has a crap tons of glitches, but at least the game still is fun from what I'm hearing. But that doesn't stop all the investors who got really drawn up in all the hype around the game and didn't expect it to be a complete kind of flop as it already is. So all these people and these investors are actually going to make a class action lawsuit against CD Projekt Red because they still got all drawn up in the hype around the game. But from the investor standpoint, it makes sense. At the end of the day, you're expecting to make a crap ton of money because this game was supposed to be like the greatest game of all time. But right now, it didn't turn out like that. The game is still good and playable, but clearly it didn't make like a biggest splash as people wanted it to. So I was going through Twitter and I saw this whole article here that pretty much explained the whole lawsuit situation. So we're going to read it and try and decipher what the fuck is actually going on. Among the numerous issues surrounding CD Projekt Red Cyberpunk 2077, the Poland developer faces another challenge. The company could soon be facing a class action lawsuit that accuses the developer of misrepresentation in order to receive financial benefits. As reported by the New York Times, Warsaw attorney and CD Projekt Red investor, I don't know how the fuck to say that name.
Mikołaj Orzechowski.
CD Projekt Red investor Mike Wazowski has brought forward a motion to accuse the company of pulling the wool over investors' eyes. I think what they're trying to get at is they think that CD Projekt Red pretty much scammed investors. And I wouldn't say CD Projekt Red scammed like anyone because the game is still fun. We just did not give them enough time to finish the game. Yes, the delays were really annoying and we just wanted to play this fucking game so bad. But I think we should have gave CD Projekt Red time to truly finish it. Does that still excuse the god-awful last-gen versions of the game? No, it really doesn't, but I think we should have still gave them time and just been patient. My name is Mike Wazowski. I'm a Warsaw attorney and at the same time a CD Projekt Red investor in connection with the recent events and in particular the suspension of the sale of Cyberpunk 2077 product. We are currently analyzing together with the law firm's team the grounds for bringing a class action together with the notification of the possibility of committing a crime under Article 286 of the Penal Code, misrepresentation in order to obtain financial benefits, states Mike Wazowski. I don't know where they're going with the whole misrepresentation. They pretty much gave us what we all wanted. We wanted penis physics. They gave us penis physics. We wanted to experience the world of Cyberpunk 2077. We did exactly that, but you can argue in the comments below. But at the same time, yes, the game was pretty broken. There's a bunch of glitches, whatever. But it doesn't say that, oh, the game was misrepresented and it was just a scam the whole time. Do I think CD Projekt Red could have done so much better with the game? Fuck yeah, they could have. They could have done so much better than they have already done. I think they have a good starting point. I'm glad that, I think they had a day one glitch fix trying to fix some of the stuff in the day one patch. Luckily, they were trying to fix the game and they're trying to make it as good a game as possible. But with this lawsuit, you're pretty much giving CD Projekt Red really nothing and you're just going to slap them on the nutsack and be like, you know what? You didn't give us what we wanted, so you know what? We're about to butt fuck you for as much money as we can get because we got too hype in the hype train and just decided to go bandwagon and just suck everyone's dick off for the hype. Pretty much shows how greedy these investors really are. He mentions contacting him if any other investors are eager to move forward with this, so at the moment it would seem that only one person is looking to pursue this. That does not mean that others may not join the cause. That said, if this goes forward, it remains to be seen how this would affect CD Projekt Red. It would probably affect them very, very negatively. One, they're probably going to lose money and resources if they lose the whole lawsuit, and then it would just get a very negative light shown on their company and say, you know what, they misrepresented the game, so now we're going to just butt fuck them for money. Hooray! Then their company might not be trusted anymore. Well, they probably will be trusted because I bet there are really die-hard CD Projekt Red fans out there who really love what they've done with all their video games they've really made. But then people are going to be like, oh, wow, they actually misrepresented a video game for money. Bad company. Big bad. Do I know 100% of what I'm talking about? Absolutely not. But this is just from what my view of this whole situation is. But Wazowski isn't the only one going after the company. There are at least 3 others as shared by a Yahoo Finance and Business Wire press release. These include New York firm Wolf Haldenstein Adler, Freeman, and Hares LLP, the Los Angeles-based Shaw law firm, and the investor rights law firm Rosen Law. All are urging any investors who've lost money to contact them. I understand these investors were trying to make money at the end of the day, but they also have to take into consideration that, you know what, some of these games do kind of flop at release. If you look at, some really big games that, are really great, I bet some of them at release fucking flopped. Am I saying that, CD Projekt Red gets a pass because they should have taken into consideration games can flop at release? No, I'm not, because, again, the game should have been fully made and prepared, but at the same time, these things definitely do happen, and in an investor's line of business, you pretty much have to be prepared for anything. The idea of a lawsuit comes after several companies, including Microsoft, Sony, Best Buy, GameStop, and even CD Projekt Red changed their refund policies to accommodate the game's frustrated owners. And honestly, that frustration, definitely, I can relate to that. You try and, you get something that you expect to be one way, but suddenly it actually turns out much worse than it is. It's annoying and you want your refund, but at the same time, you actually got to be patient about the whole thing. Am I saying all these people who are angry about CD Projekt Red and the way Cyberpunk 2077 turned out should just be patient and wait for the game to get better? Nah, I'm saying if you want to be frustrated, you can definitely be frustrated, but at the same time, I think you should have been a little bit more patient with the game. And you also got to take into consideration the game was never going to live up to all the hype that was surrounded by this game. I remember this game was supposed to be like the greatest game of all time, the greatest game, the defining game of a century or whatever. People have been making this game for like 9 years, and yeah, there was a lot of hype surrounding it, but at the same time, it was never going to live up to that hype, so you got to realize that. Following the release of Cyberpunk 2077, the game has been under fire thanks to the abysmal performance of the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One versions, the vast number of glitches that have plagued all versions of the game, and more recently, the bug that can cause corruption on PC game saves. Should CD Projekt Red be excused because it's like, the game just came out? Nah, there were so many glitches and bugs. The game is just riddled with stuff, but the game is still at least fun and people are definitely still enjoying it. But the abysmal performance of the Xbox One and the PS4 versions of the game definitely should not be excused. But if people are still enjoying the game and you currently still enjoy the game, go and enjoy the game. I'm glad you enjoy the game. I currently have never been able to play it yet. I don't have I have an Xbox One, but I'm not getting Cyberpunk 2077 to run on my Xbox One. I don't want that train wreck to be able to be on my Xbox One. And I don't see getting a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X anytime in the future. I'm not spending a whole fuck ton of money on a fucking PC, but that's just me. But if you enjoy the game, I'm glad you enjoy it, and I hope you keep having fun with the game. But I think that all for me, guys. Thank you all for watching. If you liked it, make sure you go like and subscribe. Follow me on my social media in the description below. Make sure you go comment your thoughts and pins in the comments below. And, of course, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.